Welcome back to Halftime TV. Naranda Brown, your host, and we have some very sad news. However, we have to take some positive from it as well. News broke out of the JFF camp yesterday via nationwide news that Javon East would not be participating in the competition due to an injury he sustained during the camp that they are having currently in Florida. Now, what this means for the Reggae Boys team is that Andre Gray will replace him. Andre Gray, who we're assuming did not have his papers at the required date for the submissions, he has now received all his documents and he's ready and able to compete in the tournament come a week's time. It is somewhat heartbreaking for Javon East, and I sympathize with him because he's had the season of his campaign really. He received the individual award in Costa Rica just under 2 weeks ago for his performance throughout the season, and I think having had such a wonderful season, you'd want to top it off with a tournament. And again, it's just one of those things that happen in sport. We had Marco Reus, 2014 with the Germany team. He had to pull out last minute due to injury. Germany went on to win the 2014 World Cup. We also had Dimitri Payet in 2018, who had to pull out of the France squad. As we know, France went on to win that World Cup as well. So these things happen in sports. Injuries, I don't wish it on anyone, but they do happen, and we just have to cope with them. Andre Gray is a more than competent replacement for Javon East. Personally, he's one of my favorite strikers in the Reggae Boys setup. I think he's versatile. He can hold the ball up really well, and he knows how to find the back of the net. Andre Gray, this will be his first tournament competing with the Reggae Boys. He's only represented us on maybe two occasions or so, but he's done well for himself, and I am excited to see him. I'm excited to see him. I really look forward to seeing how he'll do in the Gold Cup. The next topic of choice is Ravel Morrison. News broke yesterday, albeit unconfirmed, that he won't be competing in the Gold Cup due to the document issues. We know his document issues, they've been persistent. They've been around for quite some time now, and for an incident that happened almost a decade ago, it's still not resolved, and you would hope to see the federation handle it beforehand, and not leaving it so late, not going as far as include him in the squad for the Gold Cup and then having to remove him. Official news hasn't come out of the Jamaica Football Federation as yet, nor has it come on any local news platform, but these are the reports I'm hearing. If it is to be the case, again, heart-wrenching. Ravel Morrison, this competition would do far greater good to him than anyone else in the team. He's 29 years old. He's unattached. At one point, he was at Manchester United, West Ham. He's a seasoned campaigner. He's traveled all over trying to nail down that spot in a team, that stability. He's yet to find that, and I was hoping personally that he would show his class during this Gold Cup and earn himself a proper signing. There were reports surfacing that he was heading to India just before the 23-man squad was submitted for the Gold Cup. But again, just one of those things that you have to cope with. Ravel, it's very sad. If the news are correct, the news that's coming out is in fact correct, it's sad again. But I think we have persons who can do a job in Ravel's absence. They haven't named anyone as yet. I'm hearing Casey Palmer. I'm hearing Cousins. I'm hearing a lot of names. But until those names have been confirmed, we still wait in the wings, and we wait to see what will happen. None of these players they possess the quality that Ravel Morrison possesses, but we know that we have to improvise in tough situations. You have to do what you have to do. And Coach Theodore Whitmore, who knows, maybe he'll have to tweak the formation a little bit to accommodate these new players. We know that Ravel has the creativity of a magician when the ball is at his feet. I can't see any other midfielder in the national setup who possess that level of imagination as Ravel Morrison, and I think he will be greatly missed in the tournament. But having said all this, can we still compete? Do we still put up a strong fight in the absence of these two individuals, Ravel Morrison and Javon East? I think so. I think so. I think we're more than capable, especially now with the pool of players we have. A few of my fellow colleagues, they spoke about depth. They spoke about what we were lacking a few years ago that stunted our progression in tournaments as well as in World Cup qualifiers. I think it's a little bit different this time around. Our squad depth it's remarkable to say the least. We in the midfield area we're a little bit weak, but if the coach is willing to tweak the formation and to just get some workhorses, get some working midfielders to get the job done for him, then I think we should be okay. Casey Palmer, he's a quality player. He used to play for Chelsea. He made, I think he made 2 or 3 senior appearances for Chelsea. Academy product. He's gone out on a number of loan spells until he decided to make one of them permanent. So he's a quality player. He's trained with some of the best players. He's played with some of the best players. So I know he's more than capable of getting a job done for the Reggae Boys team. But going into this Gold Cup tournament, it's sad to see this happening so last minute. Again, only a week away from the tournament, from the first game of the tournament. Our group has been decided. We know our opponents and when we'll play them. So it's just one of those things again that we just have to suck it up. The Reggae Boys, nonetheless, I think we should be fine. I think we'll do well in the competition. Javon East and Ravel Morrison, they contribute. They would have contributed in their own unique way to the progression and the movement of the team going forward. But I think we have players who can come in and do just as good a job. If you haven't done so as yet, hit that subscribe button. Halftime TV will be checking out for now. Check out my Reggae Boys playlist as well. Some very interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts, if you agree, if you disagree. We'd like to hear that as well. And folks, we aren't bashing the JFF for this again. Don't bash the JFF for Ravel Morrison's situation. It's the US Embassy. They decide whether or not they want to issue a document to persons who want to come in. And there is little FIFA or the Jamaican Football Federation or even the Jamaican government can do about it. They can step in, they can request a review, they can do all these things. But at the end of the day, what they're doing they'll be doing is submitting a request. And a request, again, can either be accepted or denied. All right, and they have their reasons why they don't want Ravel Morrison in their country. I know it's a work permit. He has a British visa. He can travel to the US as a regular visitor, but having to go through the necessary channels to get that work permit is the challenge that he's facing, and we can't bash them for not accepting him as a worker in their country. It's they have the right to do that. All right. So again, it's one of those things. They just have to work with it. The Jamaica USA relations, they've been great throughout the years, and one would think if the government had stepped in, then probably the result would have been different. If the news are to be followed coming out of the camp as it relates to Ravel Morrison. But as I said, we're sitting here, we're assuming. We don't know the details, the intricacies of the situation and why they're refusing it. If you go to the US Embassy, even in Jamaica, you go there and you don't get a visa. If they don't approve for you to get a visa, the most you can do is to challenge it, open what do they call it? I don't even remember the name, but you open a query, so to speak, and you question why you didn't get it. But time is against us right now. Ravel Morrison, chances are he'll be out. Javon East, he's out for sure. Michael Ricketts, he gave a snippet on on nationwide news last night at about 7 or 8 p.m. And he said the news coming to his desk is that Javon East will not take part in the 2021 Gold Cup due to an injury he sustained. So we don't expect to see Javon East, Ravel Morrison still in limbo. So we still await that. But with all said and done, if these players are indeed to miss out, our team is in competent hands, and the replacements are more than capable of getting the job done for the Reggae Boys team. Squad depth is key, and this time around, the Reggae Boys have squad depth. All right. Miranda Brown here again, checking out from Halftime TV. If you haven't done so as yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, leave a comment if you may, and check out the Reggae Boys playlist. We have a ton load of videos about the Reggae Boys, how we'll do in this tournament, my predictions. I'll do an intricate breakdown of the teams in our group, maybe later on today or maybe even tomorrow. But stay tuned, turn that notification bell on, so as soon as the videos are uploaded, you get the notification. All right. Thanks again, folks, for all the love and the support. Take care until next time.